YouTube, Dark Magician of Team Sorcerers here, and I thought I'd do a video talking about something I'd like to do, which is four different endurance Yu-Gi-Oh! Challenges, because obviously it's been a while since me and the guys have done one, like 8 or 9 months to be exact, although that was down to me not wanting to do them anymore because the later stages of the Yu-Gi-Oh's 20th anniversary endurance went very badly. But of course, as I said in an earlier video, I've decided to give them another chance. After all, a couple of you guys wanted to see them back, so I'd like to try and make that happen, if not sooner then later, one of which will be another hero endurance, only this one will be for my 3 elemental hero decks, the 2 past format ones and my current format one. Me, Express Gaming and Gamer Central did do one early last year, but that was with all my hero decks. This time it's only going to be just the elemental hero ones, so it's going to be free. Which I'd like to do some point next month, because Justice June, I call it Justice June because June's meant to be, for me it's meant to be an anniversary celebrating a certain number of years since I built my elemental hero deck and started playing it. In the case of this year, it will have been 15 years since I built and started playing my elemental hero deck, and I think because only 3 decks will be involved and I'll only face another 3 decks, I think we'll use the other rules, which are the ones that were used in the 5Ds anime, where nothing resets. So basically the field, graveyard, banished zone and winning player's hand stay in play, and then the new challenger gets to draw and attack right away. Unless of course it's a situation where the turn player loses on their own turn, and then the winner can draw but can't attack. Might sound a bit confusing, I know, but it'll make sense if it comes up and we show it. So yeah, that's something I'd like to do next month. I think June's going to be great anyway, unless of course something shit happens which pisses me off and upsets me, to the point where I think 2021 will be another shitty year, but hopefully that won't happen, touch wood. I mean, so far this year I've had maybe 2 or 3 bumps in the road, you might say, but I feel like I was able to just rise above it, solve the issue, move along. So far I don't think anything's really happened yet which has made me completely give up all hope of 2021 being a good year. So I'm hoping there'll still be hope yet for this year, since the previous 7 years were absolute shit, at least for me anyway. Anyway, back on topic. June should be a very good month, I think, because of that. Um, it's also going to be Sonic's 30th anniversary, which is crazy. Um, so I feel I should do something for that. Not quite sure what though, except maybe play through Sonic Adventure 2 again. It's incredible. It's been 30 years since Sonic the Hedgehog came into existence with Sonic 1, 20 years since Sonic Adventure 2 came out, and 10 years since Sonic Generations came out. I'd love to see what kind of game comes out this year, if any at all, and whether it'll be on Xbox One. I don't know. But anyway, not only that, like in late June it'll be my birthday and Express Gaming's birthday, which is going to be great, and there'll be after June 21st, which is hopefully when life will virtually be back to normal, depending on whether or not the government's road plan works out, but we shall have to see. Yeah, that's basically June. I think besides getting another year older, there's a lot to look forward to, at least for me anyway, most definitely. But as for the other three endurances, well, I think of these as kind of a redemption deal for all of my decks that basically scrubbed out in the 20th anniversary endurance, whether they bricked and didn't get to do anything, or got OTK'd right away before they had a chance to do anything. And I've been watching the endurance back and going through a list. Now the reason why I've picked 3 endurances is because these are for 3 different kinds of decks. One for past format, one for character decks, and another for proper current format decks. Excuse me. So yeah. I'm not going to use every single one of the decks though, of course, just the ones that I didn't really get to do anything with, like for instance my Yugi, Jaden and Yusei decks, like, pretty much got gamed right away before I had a chance to do anything with them. I'm even going to be using 2 out of 3 of the legendary decks, like Duelist Kingdom Yugi and Dawn of the Duel Yugi. Using the Battle City one won't be necessary, considering I did get a win with that deck, and with Ectoplasma of all things. Like, that was one of the highlights. So yeah, it's going to be just 5 character decks really, which I'll take against 5 other decks, preferably something easy and nothing that's designed to stop me from being able to play, basically. That would be preferable. No need to bring in Yuma and 1 copy per card Yuya, since they put up a really good fight against Anime Supreme Kings. I think I've made a note of all the past format decks that haven't had a chance to do anything. There's only 8 of those. Well, one of them did get to do something, but it didn't win, and I'd like to see it win a game, and that is my September 2007 Dark Magician deck. I'm actually really gutted that that deck hasn't been doing well in anything, because ever since I rebuilt my September 07 Dark Magician deck, I have not won a single game with it, and yeah, I feel really gutted, because it's my favourite deck, and September 07 was my favourite format, and I just want to see that deck win a game for once. I want to see it do well. But yeah, all the other 7 didn't really get a chance to do anything. April 06 Elemental Heroes, March 2010 Rainbow Neos, which got gamed by that Blue Eyes deck before I had a chance to do anything. March 2010 Spellcasters, March and September 2013 Dark Magician, which lost horribly against Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. September 2010 Dark Magician, and April 2014 Dark Magician. Now, I don't know whether or not to use the anime rules where nothing resets, or use the rules which we normally use anyway, which is where everything except the winner's life points reset, like for both of those kinds of decks. I think we can use the rules where nothing resets for the character decks, and maybe again for these past format decks, but I think definitely for the current format decks, I think we'll definitely use the rules where everything except winner's life points reset, since it's a pretty long list, and I haven't even gone through all the decks that participated yet. Yeah, this endurance again will include my signature 3 decks, because Rainbow Neos didn't have a chance to do anything because I got sacked by Mind Control. That was annoying. Whereas Invoked Plunder Patrol just countered everything my Elemental Hero deck did, which was really annoying. Even my Dark Magician deck struggled against it big time. And even though I managed to win with 500 life points left, I was basically at a huge unfair advantage when it came to the final deck, Dragoon Endymion. I couldn't do anything with 500 life points, whereas all Endymion decks of any kind ever fucking do is OTK and lock decks down. So I basically had no chance of winning the whole thing by then, which is absolute bullshit. I mean, fair enough, it was my own fault for putting myself at that unfair disadvantage, because I made the stupid mistake of A, challenging Chaos Max with old-fashioned Dark Magician decks, and B, making that stupid mistake involving Shooting Star Dragon and Malicious Bane, which was forgetting that Honest Neos was in hand. Like I said before, that mistake in particular not only cost me the game, but ruined my chances of winning the whole endurance. But you know what they say, we all make mistakes, but we can learn from those mistakes. And that will not be happening again, mark my words. If you're wondering what's on the list of current format decks I have so far, I might as well tell you. I've got Raid Raptors, because I bricked, Divine Neos, because I didn't open up with the usual hand, plus Ash Blossom ruined me, Toons bricked, Light Rays kind of bricked, but I still couldn't do anything. Red Dragon Archfiend got OTK'd even when I dropped Red Gardener on Red Dragon Archfiend and protected Red Dragon Archfiend from the effects of Malicious Bane and Sunrise. Like, how does that even happen? Magician Girls didn't get to do much and were luck sacked by Chaos Max because of fucking creature swap. Blue Eyes didn't really get to do anything, even though I summoned Spirit first turn, and I was hoping that would slow down another Endymion deck, but thanks to Millennium Eyes, my countering was countered. Earthbound Immortals are in here. They also bricked, and I got OTK'd before I had a chance to do anything. And then there's Supreme Kings, which I could have done something with if it wasn't for that stupid trap card which destroyed my whole hand. Like, I was not happy about that. There's probably some others, but again I'm just going over the parts, looking over to see what else I can fit in. I don't know when these free endurances will happen. I'll have to play it by ear. I'm going to assume that Weber's 5 will probably want to do an endurance round about the time, or sometime after his channel's anniversary, because he usually likes to do an endurance to celebrate a certain number of years since he started YouTubing. So maybe my endurance using these current format decks can tie in with that, should it come up. And yeah, really, that's all I wanted to talk about. So I hope you guys are excited for that. Might try and do some raid boss games as well. It's been a while since we've done those. In fact, me, Express Gaming and Wyvern Watch actually have to redo part 6 of the 5th one, because it was brought to my attention that in one of the earlier duels of that raid boss game, a mistake was made that messed up the game state, and that was Traptrix's Floodgate Trap Hole being used on a monster that had already been summoned. I mean, it was a mistake that we should have picked up on, but this changed everything, and I basically lost 7,300 life points for no reason, which means by the time part 6 came about, I should have had more life points to work with, and the end result could have been different. I really need myself, Wyvern Watch and Express Gaming to be available one evening so we can get round to redoing that at some point. Anyway, that's all there is to talk about. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.